Yeah, at the end of the day, having gone through the last crisis and see what's kind of festering today. In the last crisis, you were sitting around the kitchen table back to my mom doing that in the 80s. The house was was the option. You had to let it go, right? You probably had a variable rate loan. It went
Right.
from $1,000 payment to 3,500. Rent a rent equivalent at the time was 1,200. So, while the teaser part of that loan was there, it was easy to stay. But at the end of the day, when your mortgage payment goes from 1,200 to 3,600 and rent's 1,500, you move. And oh, by the way, strategic default became a game, right? They defaulted. Dude, Anna, people don't remember this. The banks told you they couldn't work with you for 90 days. So people didn't
Hmm.
pay for 90 days.
Right.
Then, yeah, it's shocking, I know. And then people were in their homes for years not making payments. They were waiting to get kicked out. They didn't get kicked out for years.
Right.
So, yeah, and that was before forbearance and all these other loan workouts and all those other things. So even there's pain coming. I called the recession starting in Q2 and was wrong. Q3 looks to be over 5%. So no recession starting in Q3. I just think the decisions are different. Looking at my mom as a 10-year or 11-year-old, she's like, in
Yeah.
2009, 10, well, I guess we're not paying the mortgage because that's all our income. Today,
Right.
it's like, dude, we got to stay here. This is a stupid payment that's 30% below rent. So we got to live somewhere, and I'm not living with my mom, right? We're going to live here. But you know what? We're not going to pay our credit cards. Screw those people. We're not. We
Right.
can get a cheaper car. We didn't need to ball out during the recession. We'll go get a used
Yeah.
car, or we'll get a
Right.
scooter or something else. So
And
I just think,
honestly, if somebody has a home and they can afford their home payment and they like where they live, I mean, I never advocate bankruptcy, but someone's not going to care if they have a short, hit to their credit, but they're just never going to have to move. And so then
yeah,
they don't care as much about their credit because they don't have to apply for another mortgage. So, I could see a lot of people declaring bankruptcy, wiping out this debt, but staying in their home, versus last time letting the home go because it was their
oh,
biggest
it was the
thing and they
liability
were
last time.
upside down in values. And now
Oh,
now they're not upside down in values,
yeah,
at
they
least
were
at this
upside
point.
down in values and in rent versus own. That's what a lot of people are like. Hey, it
Right.
makes no sense to own today. But dude, there are people that bought 2 years ago. It makes perfect sense to own. Right? You guys are twisted
Yes.
on your timing.